I'm Matt Silva. I have a background in motion design animation, video production, as well as software engineering, cloud architecture, and digital media buying. So I've worked on some interesting projects for like Under Armour, working on their e-commerce platform, building out their internal CMS and internal design platforms, as well as for Complete Genomics, helping them build out their consumer-facing application for mapping the entire human genome. So that was a really awesome projects. Also did a couple of years at a company called AdKnowledge, and they're I'd say a global leader in the digital ad tech space. It's a super fascinating vertical, so help them spend thousands of dollars every day on digital media buying across a ton of different digital media buying platforms. But I am creator, co-founder of RenderFX, a cloud-based video maker. So, cloud-based video maker. You know, one of our challenges here is when we're trying to articulate, what it is that we do. And I say we make, videos online. Is everybody kind of has their own idea about what video creation is. And so they're like, oh, okay, you're like iMovie for corporate, or you're kind of like Animoto, or like no. Like our challenge is being able to show people visually what we do. So for example, we were giving a pitch yesterday in Baltimore at Tech Buzz, and we have 4 minutes, and we can't show any video for that. We're like, we're a video creation company. Like, we need to show you our videos. But one thing I could say is, okay, how many here can make a video, a professional-looking video that looks like you spent a couple $1,000s on it, on your own, and let alone do that in under an hour? Yeah, it's because you use RenderFX. Thanks for that, Kathy. Appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what RenderFX does. So to talk you through it really quick, what you can do is on our platform, we have 170 templated designs. And so what we do is we provide the design in the form of a template. So you can select one of these designs, and you actually go into what we call our storyboard editor, and you put in your inputs. And so we really simplify it. We're not a video editor where you try and piece together your great video. What you see is what you get. The design's there, the animation's there. You just drop in your photos, your videos, your text, change a little color around, and press the Create Video button, and you get a really awesome video in minutes. So things like this. I put this together recently. Play, come on, internet. Oh. So that text, that logo, the photo in the background, those are all customizable. The text as well here, and the color as well. So if you're into the whole branding thing and you need to actually manipulate color, you can do that. Oop. So I created RenderFX so that marketers or content creators or anybody who needs to be able to create more than one video in a day can easily do that, and they can get a piece of the 24 billion video views that happen daily across Facebook, YouTube, and Snapchat. To me as a marketer, I was sitting there looking at that going, that's a lot of money. A lot of money to be had, a lot of traffic to be had. So how do I tap into that? We have to have video to be able to get there. So that's what we do. And that's where our focus is. Sorry, I'm like on a video splurge here because I don't get to put video in my presentations for other things, but here's another example video I created using solely our platform, not having to leave our platform. This example is, the idea came from Nike's social team, their content team. I look at their Twitter feed, and I see they put like proverbial, empowering statements about running. And so what I did was like, okay, I'm gonna create a video, pretend I'm the Nike team, create a video from that. And so really quickly, using our platform, one of our designs and the stock media that we have integrated in there, I was able to create this, running promo that can then push out on YouTube or Twitter or Snapchat. And it looks really good, really professional. Like that's awesome. I'm super pumped about being able to create that really fast. So I want to tell you all about how this all got started. I originally started out by selling. The idea, I guess, came from selling templates on Envato. Is anybody here familiar with Envato? Yeah, like Theme Forest. Like I'm a believer in templates. Like I love templates. Like this PowerPoint is part of a template that I've customized, right? But I sold motion graphic templates on Envato. And before I go further, let me show you, in case anybody's confused about what a video template is. This is a video template I created and actually did really well on Envato for a cross-mobile device promo. So you can put in your own logo there, drop your own media, as well as customize that text. More of the same there. And so is that pretty cool or what? That's awesome. Do you like the audio? Is the audio good? I composed that, yeah. I was a rock star in a former life. That never happened. But yeah, so I had these templates available online, and what ended up happening, both online and offline, is people were reaching out to me, and they're like, hey, I really, really like that template. I like that video, but I don't own After Effects. Don't know how to do it. Can I just pay you like 150 bucks to customize it for me and create a final video? And I was like, oh yeah, that's an awesome idea. Like I'm gonna take in the 150 bucks, piece of cake, turn it around. But the reality of that was the communication, the back and forth, trying to wrangle down their assets took a really long time. So for 150 bucks and 2 weeks later, I realized that was a really terrible business model, right? Like that sucked. But I still thought there was an opportunity there. Like I knew there was a problem. I knew that if I was having that problem, I wasn't the only artist that was having that problem. And if there was other people around the world that needed this type of video, that wanted that professional quality video but couldn't get to it, there had to be a way to make that process easier. So the seed was planted, right? I wanted to create this technology that allowed anyone in the world to create video from a professional motion graphics template, like created from a real artist. And so that's why I built RenderFX. So RenderFX, I'm going to give you kind of like the timeline here. We're still a really early company, fresh off the press company. We're fortunate enough to get some seed funding here. But so in July 15, we formed our C corporation, myself and one other co-founder at the time, Jim Trout, he's the CEO. And also filed for a utility patent on our technology in August timeframe. And then mid-August, we did like a quick friends and family round, and I managed to go full-time in mid-August. And we took on another co-founder at that time and started the fundraising process. So trying to get the funds to take what I had as a prototype at the time, like got a functional prototype. I was like, this works, like we can do this and we can build a business model. And then take it to build it to a product that we can then take to market. So we started that whole fundraising round in September or fall time range, and we managed to land funds in the November, like late November, early December. So we landed a seed round from a few different sources here, from Ben Franklin Technology Partners, from Blue Tree Allied Angels, as well as the Blue Tree Venture Fund. And so that gave us enough to get us to where we wanted to be with open beta in Jan 20th. And so we went through, we built it, launched this open beta Jan 20th. We're like, all right, like, come test out this platform. And from there, we kind of kicked off our whole, lean methodology of learn, build, measure. And it's kind of like an interesting story of like, where we were then versus where we are now. And you can see that with like our bounce rate, right? Because then it was like 76%. People are like dropping like flies. But we smoothed that over throughout the next months. We actually did a redesign of our storyboard so that people can actually get through the process step by step. And we got it to the point, I'd say like mid-April, late March, where people were coming through and they were creating videos successfully. Like at that early part, like people were like, anybody who started creating a video finished the video and they created a video. And we're like, yes, this is awesome. And so then we geared up towards changing our model because we did a lot of listening on the people that actually wanted to, use our platform, but in volume. They didn't want to, die from the death of 100 credit card charges. They wanted to be able to do a subscription and have 4 or 10 videos that they know they're going to get every month. And so we implemented the subscription plan, launched that in May. At the same time, we were working on a deal with a company called Video Blocks to have access to some inventory and stock media, and we integrated that as well in June. So if you go through our storyboard editor, we actually have access now to over 500,000 stock media files. So that's photos, videos, as well as audio that you can use commercially, which is a big freaking deal if you have to deal with Shutterstock or iStock and trying to piece together all these stock things, and you're out $1,000 on stock, HD stock footage. But bundling that in our platform for us has been a really awesome milestone. So that's where we're at right now, and hopefully next year we'll be the overnight success, and millions and partying, and I'll be on a yacht over in the Erie Lake there, sipping margarita, drinking that low-cost beer. So traction, right? So RenderFX, we have. So this is actually funny because when I first built this deck, we have users in 350 cities, and I had to update it again because it was we have users in 600 cities, and then it's 896, and then I go look at the site and it's 940, so I had to update it again, which is a good problem to have. So we have over, I'd say 1,500 users now that are onboarding our site every day and this really just started going around the mid-April timeframe when we started ramping and everything, up and to the right. Over 1,000 videos created since then, so those are really great KPIs for us. And then more on the B2B side, we have some really good conversations and companies using our platform. I'd definitely like to thank Kathy over there for getting us hooked up to talk at the e-commerce day and presenting there, because through that we were able to make connections with ListTrack, who used our platform and a way to test video against static for a lead ad, and they're seeing some really great results with that. So we're in a pilot right now. I'm waiting for the email to come through, or where they're ready to go ahead and sign the deal and move forward with us in a bigger way. So they're actually pretty excited, but we're still rolling up the stats right now. Snap Retail as well, another e-commerce solution. They're using our site quite avidly as a lead generating tool, actually offering free video to the customers that they onboard. Also, we just signed a partnership with Video Blocks. We're being very strategic about making our platform really cohesive with them. It's kind of funny. We offer so they have Video Blocks, another site called Graphic Stock, and then Audio Block. And you have to go and actually to get any of this stuff, you have to go log in separately to this. But if you go into our platform, we actually everything's there and available. And so we're hey, we kind of make it easier to access all your your stock photos and everything than you do. But don't tell them that. So how are we building traction? So on the B2B side, we're still very much in development on those strategies. But for one thing, we're going out, we're networking, we're calling people, we're trying to identify, who a customer is. We're taking opportunities like the ones that come from Ben Franklin, where we get to go speak at e-commerce events and go face to face to kind of land those bigger B2B clients. And we're going to continue to do that. Like yesterday, I was in Baltimore pitching VC and TechBuzz, and was able to make some really great connections yesterday through that. Met a guy there who's has a blog for social media and an email list of 26,000. He's interested in working with us. So those are another things to help you move the needle per se in your traction points. So that's how we're building traction on that side. And then kind of on the organic B2C side, where we're having users come in and it's not necessarily a primary focus, but there's actually still a lot of weight in user acquisition today, where one of our board members had said recently, if you walk into a investment firm or angel and you're hey, I have 100,000 users in less than 6 months, you're not going to have a problem getting funding. And so there's still validity to user acquisition in an early stage startup. It's when you get to the Series A that you're, sales trumps everything. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're the conversation is usually okay, hey, what do you guys do? And it's doesn't matter. We have sales and revenue. Okay, that's neat. It doesn't matter. Sales, revenue, up to the right. So what we're doing is we actually have a pretty awesome video SEO and inbound strategy because we have a video creation platform, so we can easily create video. So the idea behind it is we can actually participate in all those video views that you just saw not too long ago. So it's like as easy as searching on YouTube or Twitter where pain point or topic based on my custom audience, and you press the search button and you're going to see all these videos and conversational pieces of people that are in conversation with video around your topic. So we use that to our advantage to start pulling in users every single day, and I actually offer that as a strategy for marketing companies because they can then create videos around that topic and start getting a piece of that volume, get conversational and get into that. And so we're very much using that strategy today to build our B2C side, as well as continue focusing on the lead gen for the B2B. I just quickly want to talk about pivoting, kind of like a blip in this whole deck, but it's that thing you do when your problem statement's no longer valid, so the cheese is moving per se, right? Anybody know that YouTube started out as a dating service here? I just learned that yesterday. I was like, really? It's amazing. Fortunately, RenderFX has not had to pivot like that yet. Apparently people don't want to create video. But what we've had to do, though, along the way is kind of take meaningful action to refine our product market fit. Because for us, one of the main challenges is the opportunity of video creation, and everyone has an opinion on where this thing could go, right? You're like, you can crush it in the real estate market, you can crush it in this, so on and so forth. But for us, the challenge is taking all that and getting really focused on who we believe is going to use our platform. And it's the people that, who say, oh yeah, I'm going to use your platform, and then actually do it, right? Versus all the people that are saying, I would use your platform, versus how they actually behave. And so as, a leader of the company, or you have to get really focused on the direction that your company is going and kind of, ignore all the stuff that's coming at you and get hyper-focused. Because trust me, there's a lot of people that will tell you, you go this way, you can go that way, you'll crush it over here, right? So it's that laser focus that you have to have the discipline to really, really implement. So your traction, right? So build it by any means necessary. There is a great book out there called Traction. It's written by Gabriel Weinberg, founder of DuckDuckGo. You guys familiar with DuckDuckGo? Awesome company, right? Managed to take market share in the search engine space. What? It's a very small market share, but that equates to millions and millions and millions of searches a day. So that's a very, very awesome business. Anyways, they have a really great book that talks about all the different channels or traction channels that you should very much explore. So, get uncomfortable and go into the sales side, go into the outbound marketing, go talk at events, try to build traction any way you can until you find the ways that there's actual scalable traction, So you got to do all the small things first that don't scale and figure out what the scalable pieces are going to be. Okay, so why I love Erie. The low cost of living. You'll see corn dog statement below. $2.99 for a corn dog and a basket of fries at Chick-fil-A. Who here has had that? Huh? Anyone? Yes? What? How do I know this? I've only been here like a year. You got to go to Chick-fil-A's and go get a corn dog and a basket of fries for $2.99. It's awesome. Also, I feel that Erie is an amazing place to be located because you're a really short drive from really awesome places. You have the peninsula here. You have a massive body of water. My wife's taking me camping this weekend. That's awesome. We went camping last year as well at Ohio Pile. Last week we went and saw Flight of the Conchords in Cleveland. That was super awesome. But yeah, and also I'm positioned where I'm originally from Southwest Florida, and to get out of all right. You guys from Florida too? Yeah. Oh, cool. That's nice. Southwest Florida is like a lot of old people there. Yeah. Different lifestyle, starting at the low 400,000s. Yeah, but to get out of there, you have to drive for like a solid 10 hours to do anything. Because otherwise, it's either, beautiful beach or swamplands. And so it gets, a little boring. I'm pretty active, so I go snowboarding during the winter, go skimboarding whenever weather permits, and all other types of boarding. Also, really awesome people here. When I first got here, immediately was able to connect. Fortunately enough, Radius Co-work had opened up, so I was able to connect through the developers through that establishment. Meet people like Matt Machuga and the guys that are now Code Erie. I think it was a Ruby group then. But meet all the developers and quickly make friends, and it's pretty awesome. Like walking down the street here, I'm like, hey, I know somebody. But I guess that's an Erie thing as well. That, I don't know. I guess that happens. So Erie startup resources, there's a lot of hidden gems here that I don't think a lot of people realize if they're interested in actually taking their idea or want to actually create a startup and try and get it to the next level. First one on the list there is Radius Co-work, awesome co-working. Networking, cannot underestimate the value of networking. That's how I met Kathy. That's how I met Beth at Innovation Collaborative and how we got introduced to Ben Franklin Technology Partners. Talk to Sean Fedorko. He knows everybody in Erie. Everybody. Also, Ben Franklin Technology Partner resources. They have some hidden resources in there as well that'll help you, I guess, at different stages of your startup. So talk to Ben Franklin, or talk to Brian Slaw. Talk to Ben Frank. It's his name, right? Ben Frank Brian. Talk to Ben Frank Brian. Talk to Brian Slaywin, or talk to Kathy over there. She'll get you hooked up. The Erie Technology Incubator. Is anybody here familiar with that? No? Yeah, you guys are. You're in it. Yeah, that's right. It's Michael and Ali over there from Rent-A-Bot, another startup here in Erie. Woo, go Erie startups. It's a cool program. Jeff Parnell runs the place. What's really nice about that program, I think if you're in the technology space, is they have access to the Google Cloud program for startups, as well as the AWS startup program. So fortunately enough, we're in both of those programs, which is awesome because there is a lot of resources and help to be had from there. And for us, like with what we're doing with cloud computing and video, like we have to, scale horizontally the beefiest servers you've ever seen. And having those credits at early stages is really, really helpful. Additional resources I just threw in the deck was Innovation Collaborative, Beth Zimmer, so you want to talk to her as well, get you hooked up on the networking side. And then Tech Tank too. Like, have you guys seen the Tech Tank bus rolling around here? No? Ah, man. Got to get more of that out there. It's awesome. Brock Allen runs that, and he's got this school bus that he's decked out for remote startup endeavors. I guess you can go work in and out of the day. So RenderFX technology stack, some coolness here. Unfortunately, I'm not doing any live coding. Probably be in React and JavaScript. How many here are into the JavaScript scene? Awesome. Who are like, ooh, JavaScript. I got a slide for you. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. This is why JavaScript. Got this June 8th, React, and Node.js. $120 an hour. Go JavaScript. All right, where was I? There we are. So, cloud infrastructure, Google Cloud Platform, and the Amazon Web Services. We're actually distributed across that, heavily migrating over to the Google Cloud Platform. Their prices are more friendlier for what we have to do because when we turn on a server, you get charged at the 10-minute pricing versus an hour, which for us is a huge difference. Also, I just find their whole support and the ability to work with their platform is a heck of a lot more cohesive, and I'm quickly becoming a Google platform advocate, and it's awesome. I'm actually in their Slack channel, so I can go talk to people whenever I need to. Like, hey, need help here, need help there, and you can go bug Google people, which is awesome. So we use Google Cloud, or the Google Cloud Engine. We use Firebase, which is now rolled up in Google Cloud, Cloud Storage, and Data Store for some of our keyword storing and kind of the analytics side there. And then on Amazon, we're using SQS for the queue system, S3 for storage, CloudFront for the distributed storage and network for all of our preview files, like the videos created. EC2, migrating away from that. Still using it for our web application because of the load balancer. I'm too lazy to build one myself, and theirs is quite nice. And the SNS, Simple Notification Service. Oh yeah, and Docker. Docker's in there too. We use it for building our application on the Linux environment, running some tests. It's good stuff. I'm pretty sure someone's giving a talk on it here later. Isn't that right? Tech stack continued. So front end, kind of web app server, total full stack JavaScript. So React Router, Flux, Redux, all those other data flow frameworks that are out there. Node.js on the back end and happy. It's awesome. Like the stack is like the stack that I'm super pumped by. Unfortunately, I don't get to work in it as much as I like to now. We have a full-time developer who works more in it than I do now. I'm running around giving pitches and doing things like this, which I'm thrilled to do. I'm gonna look for time. Oh yeah, good time. So I am self-taught. Everything I know from motion design, video production, software engineering, all the cloud stuff, digital media buying, taught from resources that any way I can get my hands on it, right? Like books, online courses. I've done everything along the way. And like growing up, going through high school, I definitely wasn't like, I'm gonna be a programmer. Or I wasn't like programming, like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I get older. I was like, no, I'm gonna be a millionaire by the time I'm 21. Like, that's the job I want. I'm still waiting for that to happen. Needless to say, yeah, programming wasn't a thing. I actually took a programming course in high school and failed it miserably. I was not a good kid in school. But the takeaway there is we kind of live in a day now where everything is awesome, at least for our country, and we were super privileged because we have the accessibility to awesome technology like cloud infrastructure, like AWS and Google Cloud, as well as the internet, where there's abundance of information, and you can literally go and learn or solve almost any problem. I'm not gonna say every problem, but almost any problem. And as a result, you can create new opportunity for yourself and hopefully create new opportunity for others. So with that being said, a couple takeaways here is if you're looking to do something, I don't know, if you're gonna learn, to make a career move or do a startup on your own, let's say have the resilience to keep at it every single day. It's a lot of hard work. Even being self-taught, and building RenderFX was a lot of early mornings over a 2-year period. I'd wake up like at 4 a.m. before I go to my 9 to 5 to teach myself and build this thing at the same time. So there's a saying out there that goes like, don't be a unicorn, because unicorns aren't real. Be a cockroach, because they are hard to kill, right? All right, thank you, everybody. I'm Matt Silva. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stick around because I got to go get some presentations squared away for more pitching next rounds, right? Always be funding when you're in a startup, every day. Thank you.